Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, continuing on with my Make Love Not War series. And it has finally happened. The Allies have declared war with me. At least the United Kingdom has. I was actually quite surprised that the rest of the Allied nations are not yet at war with me. So what I did diplomatically to kind of help maybe prevent that is I did a blanket improve relations with all three of these nations here, France, Belgium, and the Netherlands, hopefully keeping them out of the war. If that is the case, if we get to round about maybe May and I have seen no war from either of these three nations, I'm probably going to take my tank divisions and my motorized divisions over here that I have camping to invade the Netherlands, and I'll take them back east. Now, I have been looking around here a little bit, and it looks like things aren't going particularly well for Turkey here. Although Turkey's got good numbers of troops here, somehow with not very many numbers at all, the Soviets have managed to push them back. Now, I am noticing, because I loaded in a save file, that I am being able to see troop compositions here, which normally I can't see. So, with that in mind, looks like I have an attack here that's going pretty well. Do I want to... Oh, I had an attack planned here, but now I can see that they have 14 divisions, so that would be a bad idea. So instead, let's attack here where they only have one. That sounds a little bit better. We also have an attack poised for Kiev, but now I can see clearly Kiev has a whole bunch of divisions, so that's probably not a good idea. I am rerouting troops over here to get them up here so we can attack across the river, and it looks like there's only a couple divisions facing off against me, so that would be a good plan. And over here we have an attack across against two divisions. That looks like it's going pretty well. We just have to finish off this defense, and then we'll be able to finish those guys off, and we're doing an attack down here as well. Alright, with that being said, there have been a number of changes I've made because of the war with England. First off, I changed some of my missions and my naval missions. At first, I was thinking about taking the Kriegsmarine and actually having them engage in some of these sea regions here, covering Norway and even covering the English Channel. And then I realized that's probably a really stupid idea. The British, I have done a independent playthrough of the British, have a sizable navy, and they would pretty much wreck me. So I'm probably being a little bit bold by even having a fleet action here, and I have switched it from a patrol to a search and destroy. If things start to look not so great, maybe I'll take the navy and I'll hide them somewhere beyond this, because as long as Denmark controls the seaway here, the British will not be able to get through into the Baltic Sea. The main problem I may face is that the British may attempt to navally invade Norway, but I will be able to reroute troops, I think, over land through Denmark, Sweden, and Norway, which is a good reason. I mean, the fact that Sweden is part of the Axis is actually really going to help me there. I've also added in a bunch of air missions here to cover various areas and also attack. So I've got a lot of naval striking going on over in the English Channel, as well as some air superiority just to cover the bombers. And this is mostly my close air support. As a matter of fact, we can take a look at the missions here. So mostly my close air support is involved in this. I also have my naval bombers over here in the eastern North Sea, in case we have any action over there. And right now my submarines are engaging. Now my submarines I'm putting more out there, more aggressive, because I feel that's a little bit more acceptable, but I can possibly expect some losses here and there. And otherwise I just have my air units defending some of my regions here, mostly up here in the north. I don't really have anything covering the Alpine region, but the Alpine region is more for Italy, so they can cover their own stuff. I don't know if there's really that much of a danger of British strikes, but I think it's a possibility, at least with their tactical bombers. So we'll have something up with air superiority and intercept missions in case that happens. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the action. And I am going to be focusing predominantly over here in the east for the meantime. Now, whether or not I reroute troops over to Turkey, I might think about. As a matter of fact, I might go ahead and grab what mountain divisions I have and send them over. I think I don't have a ton of mountain divisions, but I can grab at least a little of them. I might only have actually 7, so let's grab these guys and strategically deploy them. And I don't have really necessarily a great place to put them, but I'm going to put them right here for the meantime. And I noticed there was a little bit of a... Oh, I'm in a defense here, so that's why I can't reroute all of the mountain divisions. But we'll be rerouting some of them. And it looks like I may have to replace those guys in the line here. And to make sure we don't get any issues here, I'll go ahead and break off 4 divisions. Maybe we'll even limit that to 3 divisions, and we'll send them over here. Because I still do have to expect counterattacks over in the city. Alright, now that that's done, let's go ahead and check to see if I have any more mountain divisions. So we'll go by type. We'll find the mountain divisions. So I should only have 7. As a matter of fact, I can't click that. That would be a little bit more useful if I could. There they are. So I should just have 7. Alright, so I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't know where that 7th one is. Huh, okay, well, maybe I miscounted, but I only see 6. Actually, I did say 7. I think we know where the 7 are, though, so that's fine. We'll do a little bit of support over here against the Soviets, and maybe push back. Alright. Let's continue over here. Alright, so we're having a little naval combat over in the English Channel. We're aware of that. That is the combat between my submarines. Okay, so now we're seeing what I didn't want to see, which is France joining in the war. So let's take a look at that. So far, just France. Huh. These guys aren't orange anymore. I wonder why. Let me take a look at that. They're still part of the Allies. Okay, well, there's no reason to continue improving relations over here, then. If they're against us, obviously. And I'm also going to have to watch to make sure no offensives happen, so that we don't get caught off guard here. I don't think there's anywhere I can necessarily take advantage of. I mean, there's a couple divisions here I could really push against, but they have massive fortifications, so I have to be aware of that. I'm just going to wait for the Netherlands and Belgium. If they join the war, then we act. Okay, so we've got War with France bypass. Let's take a look at that in our focus branch. So we can do around the Maginot Line if we so choose. Okay, well, we'll just keep that in mind. Right now, we're working on... Actually, I don't know what we're working on. We're working on Befriend Japan, which was just something we could do because it was one of the few things we could do. All right. So this combat is not... What happened to my motorized divisions? Oh. I could have swore they were attacking here. And I forget how many divisions are here. You know what? We're going to go ahead and do this attack then. And I believe we took that one area that I was trying to capture. So let's attack here now. And I'll split these guys in half. Then 2 here. I don't think there were that many divisions in this area. Send these guys down. And hook in. And we'll send these guys in. Okay. Alright, so that was quick. And these guys are no longer on a border or anything. And they're being attacked over here, so I might as well reinforce. Okay, so we've got factories. We've got naval stuff, and I have insufficient resources. We're going to have to take a look at a lot of this stuff. I believe the insufficient resources because I was trading with France. And now the trade is gone. So first things first. I managed to destroy a convoy with my bombers. So that's good. Factories. I have 1 factory. I also have another naval battle I have to take a look at here in a second. So... One thing I want to check, I am producing the best of everything that I can currently produce, it looks like. Okay, that's good to see. Alright, so where do we put that 1 factory? So we've got... You know, not as much need of medium tanks as I would have thought. Mechanized equipment is pretty bad. Motorized equipment's pretty bad. Fighters is a huge need. Matter of fact, I'm really tempted here. Yeah, I'm going to put another factory into that. And that's going to be maxed out at this point. And I do want to take a look at the air combat here. So they have a ton of fighters against me here. Let's take a look at the losses. So our fighters lost 7. Their fighters lost 6. And we have bombed some ships. Okay. So not a lot of losses overall, but it's still important. We need to keep an eye on that. Okay. I don't think we've lost any convoys yet. Otherwise, we would have... Well, actually, let's see here. So I lost 11 submarines, but I managed to sink a carrier, which is pretty worth it, I would say. And now we have another combat going on over here, where my main fleet and some of my submarines are fighting against some of the British fleet. Now, it looks like I'm outnumbering them. I mean, I have my naval bombers involved in this. This is a pretty big fight, though, so we'll have to see what the results of that are. But I am going to have to keep an eye on this for sure. And it doesn't look like I'm being attacked anywhere over here. Okay, so far so good. Again, we're going to wait until we have more of a confirm here. Now, Italy is looking a little bit in trouble here because they don't have many divisions, but hopefully they will reroute. Hopefully they don't get attacked. That would actually really piss me off if they did. All right, so steel is our problem. So what we need to do is just trade, I think, continue to trade with Sweden here. So that should do it. All right, I'm going to have to keep an eye on our resources overall. All right, what happened here? They managed to reinforce, huh? All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to split half these motorized, have them come back, and I'm going to have them come here, then there. I'd like to win one of these fights. All right. At this point, I'm actually not sure what to do. All right, so we're continuing to destroy convoys. That's good to know. All right. So the tanks are getting into position, so we'll be able to do this attack soon. Wow, we're being attacked pretty heavily here. Oh, that's okay. I have 4 divisions here that can reinforce. There we go. All right, so the problem I have here is I'm making pushes, but I don't have a lot of manpower. Like, I could push here. Then I have these guys push. I don't have any clue how many divisions they have here. It could be very weak, and I might be able to take advantage. Or it could be stronger than I give them credit for. How many divisions are attacking me? 9, okay. Well, you know what? I'll reroute some divisions here. And I'll take 2 divisions. And put them over there. Kind of even things out a little bit. Let's see if we can get a little bit more success here. This area is kind of vulnerable, but once we capture this, it should be okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and attack here now. And also, I'd like to see these naval combats. So we're continuing to destroy convoys, which is good. We attacked a convoy, but we didn't manage to do anything with it. And over here, Oh, wow. Good destruction. So they lost 3 battle cruisers, 5 battleships, 19 destroyers, and 3 light cruisers. Only 2 normal cruisers got away. So that is a fantastic result at only the loss of 5 destroyers. Fantastic. So that's actually going to really help the naval combat. So maybe if I just focus my fleet in here and we just take it easy, we'll do okay. Let's just take a look at these guys and just have them... We're going to have repair priority high. Yeah, that's what we want them to do. And... Did I lose one of my submarine fleets? I may have. I might have lost my smaller submarine fleet. Well, actually, maybe even my bigger one. That's actually surprising if that is indeed the case. Either that or they're in port somewhere. Yeah, this must be them here. Yeah, they're getting repaired. That's probably what's happening. Okay, that's fine. And we don't have any naval invasions. Okay, looking good. And over here, we have the tanks in position, so I think it's time to cross. I want to see... Okay. Maybe not the best. It would be fun if we could navally invade across here, but I don't think that's ever going to be really something that happens. And just to put pressure on them, we could do maybe a 2-prong attack here. See if we can get another river crossing. And we did have more attacks on convoys. Okay. Alright, let's see how things are going here. So, may be able to encircle these guys soon. Oh, we're getting attacked. I was afraid of that. Geez, how many divisions are attacking me here? Really ramped up quite a bit. Okay, so you 3 are going to come in here. And I'm going to split off one division and have them come here. And I'm probably going to have these guys stop the attack here. Okay, fall of Hong Kong. See, that's the one thing that Britain has to worry about now, is they're open to the Japanese attacking their different holdings over here. They could attack Singapore and so on. They just lost Hong Kong. And I'm going to assume the Italians are going to start maybe doing some offensives in North Africa. But, ooh, we have some American troops here. That's not great. Okay, destroying convoys, destroying convoys. That, you know, that's very successful as long as we continue to do that with our air power. But let's see casualties-wise how things are going. It looks like it's not too bad. They've lost 29. Oh, I'm sorry, we've lost 29 fighters, but they've lost 30. And they lost 4 bombers to our 8 lost. Okay, so, I mean, it's pretty even. But they're losing ships, too. We'll have to see in long term how that does. One thing I might want to try and do here is improve relations with the United States to get them out of the war. So, let's go ahead and improve relations with them. Now, they might inevitably get in the war regardless because of the 100% world tension. But we'll try and keep them out. If we can. Alright, so far that defense worked. Let's get back into here. Really not liking this, but we'll have reinforcements here soon. And they're attacking into the city. I'm not too worried about that. This combat is going really well. We managed to fight off this combat. Looks like the Italians may have... Either that was a defense or a push. I'm not exactly sure. It looks like maybe a defense. Now, they are going to reinforce, it looks like. Okay, so we have better submarines now, so we're going to probably change production here a little bit. Okay, so first, let's go to the research. We're pretty much, I think, where we need to be as far as all the ships. Yeah, I could get cruisers upgraded or even battle cruisers upgraded. But I think right now, what I'd like to focus on is getting the submarines produced and things like that. We do have naval doctrine stuff, so I could do some convoy interdiction here, which may be useful. Considering it only takes 54 days. You know what? I think that's a good call. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then I think we need to go to production here and change which kind of submarines we're making here. So we're going to switch it to the newest class of submarine, which should be on here somewhere. There it is. Okay, that's not a big deal. And I think we're going to up the priority for this. So I'm going to bring back the heavy cruiser to 3 factories and this to 4. There we go. Okay, insufficient resources. Oil. All right, so let's see why we have oil shortages. Doesn't look like we're losing any trade with anyone in particular. It looks like Romania has some oil still left to give, so we'll go ahead and take that little bit that's left, which we should be able to get over land, so that shouldn't be a big deal. And let's just make sure we don't have any attacks going on over here. So I may be able to keep these guys out of the war. And if that's the case, then I'll just be able to hole up here, and I don't think the French are really going to attack me. Now the question is, are they going to attack my ally, the Italians? And it does look like that is the case. And it doesn't look like the Italians are doing anything to really fight it off. So I think it's time that we took action here. Another thing I have to consider is the fact that I need my mountain divisions. These guys are just eternally locked into combat. All right, so they must still be on their way because I don't see them. Either that or they got caught in a fight while they were strategically redeploying. And where they got caught, I have no idea. Probably here. You know what? I'm going to move these mountain divisions down into this fight, and then we'll grab them together if we remember. Alright, probably what I need to do is have them strategically redeploy away from the front so they're not crossing the front lines, which is probably what they did. Okay, so, as I was saying, we probably need to do something about the French, so I'm going to grab these divisions. I don't like doing this because I might lose out my ability to quickly strike the Netherlands. But losing Italy here would be a massive blow. So I need to strategically redeploy here as quickly as possible to get my tank divisions over here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to push through the bottom here where there's not a lot of mountains and fortifications. And hopefully that works out. Okay, so we have another combat going on in the English Channel here. It looks like they're catching my submarines. Yeah, they're catching my submarines. So we might have some submarine losses. We do have a number of convoys being blown up, which is good. That's exactly what we want to see. That's going to put some hurt on the British here. And I do want to keep an eye on the air fight here. It looks like we're managing to hold out pretty well here. So 64 fighters of ours lost to 63 of theirs, and they're losing a number of ships and bombers and so on. But we're losing a lot of our support as well, so we have to keep that in mind. Yeah, okay. How is the air war going on in the east here? Speaking of the east, looks like the Japanese are doing quite well. Okay, so air war, we have planes up here. Really haven't gotten any opposition. We have planes over here. Still face opposition, though. It's really dwindling. May want to bring some of those fighters over to the west, but for now, I think we'll just keep things as they are. Okay. Very much would like this fight. Are we being attacked again? Yeah, we are. That's unfortunate. Now, if I wasn't being attacked over here, I would counterattack, which I'm about to do. I'll teach you for attacking me. Okay, so we've got another ace pilot. Great. We're really producing those pretty rapidly. We do have an attack here, but I'm confident we'll be able to hold. Alright, so this fight... Okay, so... one of our fighter aces just died. I don't know if it was the one that we just gained. Okay, now... we're across the river. Oh, we can't quite attack there, huh? Alright, well, we'll have these guys go here. And these guys come over here. Now we have a two-prong attack going here. This should go quicker. This fight is looking ugly, though. Okay. We've got this. So, I think now is the time to bring divisions up here. And... don't think there's anything necessarily to be gained. Well, actually, no. That's a port. Let's have the paratroopers come down here. We'll gather up the motorized divisions, and maybe we can make a push here. But the Soviets are doing a decent job of counterattacking here. Okay. These guys are now arrived. They should be decently okay as far as morale. Matter of fact, why don't we do this? Split in half. Half of you come up here. The other half come here, and we'll do a two-prong offensive. And we'll be sticking to areas that are, you know, plains and stuff, and not attacking hills and that kind of stuff. Alright. I really wish the Italians would actually defend their territory. But, no luck. Make sure the British are not invading. They are not. Okay. And our submarines keep getting caught, but they seem to be holding out okay. And we should have a lot of airplanes in this mix, maybe. Honestly, it's kind of hard to say. It looks like they have the air superiority at that moment. All right, I have no idea how many divisions are here. Which, again, I really don't understand that. This is my ally. Why do I get no information from them? But, you know, anyway, we're going to go ahead and attack here. Now, they do have fortifications, but we should have numbers, and... ooh, we got another ace here. And how is that air combat going? When I start to see drops in numbers, that's when I'm going to start worrying. Holy crap! 4,725 fighters. That is a lot. Man. Alright, so they managed to kill one of my submarines. That's unfortunate. Alright. So the fortifications are going to make this hard, it looks like. But we'll do that the best we can. You know, I'm curious. If I go up here, is there anybody over here? I would laugh if there's nobody over here. Let's see. You know what? This is not a winning fight. Let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, we get another of that one, and then oh, ace pilot dead. Okay, so there are divisions here. I was kind of hoping there weren't, but all right, let's get back over here. This is going to be a tough one. I don't want to get caught in these fortifications. I want to be able to use my mobile troops whenever I want them. Oh. That's not good. The attack's coming from predominantly here. Alright, we'll see about that. And we'll try and reinforce here. Or they lose the fight. No, it looks like they're going to lose the fight. Alright, so just get out of there, I guess. All right, well, now I'm encountering the wall here of the Soviets trying to hold out here against me. And I don't have any clue what the numbers of their troops are, so it's very hard to fight them here. But I think we made some progress down here in the south. Not as much as I would like, but we definitely got across a river, which is always a good thing. How are things going over here? I was hoping that I would have had this fight by now. And this fight has gone nowhere because they've reinforced. 3 divisions holding out against 8. It's always lovely. And here we've got 29 divisions against 3. And the defense is there. Continue to go. Okay, here we go. Mountain divisions. Strategically redeploy. You're going to redeploy in this direction. And then you're going to come down this way. Oh, I can't go through Romania. Let's see if we can deal with that here in a second. No, they won't give me anything. All right, well, that's annoying. But we should be able to go through Bulgaria. So let me grab these guys. So they're going to go there. Then they're going to go here. And then they're going to go, I guess, here now. As the Soviets have pushed in further than they were before. See, I get intel over here. I just don't get it. I get intel from the Turks, but none from the Italians. Makes no sense to me. In any case, I think this is a good point to put a cut in the video. I would appreciate it very much if the Italians would move these troops and put them into a position that actually helped. But, you know, the AI is, you know, the AI. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.